guys. So I'm here chatting with Serwanga.
That's
Did I get your name right?
You got it right.
That's awesome. So obviously we had Blockchain World, and you've had the opportunity to kind of blow everyone's pants off and like show people what you're here for and what you're doing. But you know, it's been very one-sided. Obviously, people get to hear what you have to say, but we want to make sure that's not staged. We want to make sure there's a little more to it. So, and I'm sure there is, but this is an opportunity for us to ask you questions, and you get to speak your mind, just have a great time. So, I think the first thing would be, what kind of inspired you to come here? I mean, I know you're talking about helping people kind of network with one another to kind of grow, I assume, their careers and their personal portfolios. But
that's right.
What kind of inspires you to pick up that topic of any other topic?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. I think regardless of what conference you go to, when you're trying to talk about, taking advantage of the future, building relationships is so crucial.
It's true. Right?
It's regardless of the opportunities that are there, at the end of the day, it's about human connection. So that's something that I've seen in my own life, and I love seeing young people take advantage of this idea called networking, which is really about being able to make that human connection and share your story and listen to other people's.
Definitely. And I mean, your idea of human connection and networking, how is that different from, say, networking on a social media or keeping up with people on LinkedIn DMs? So what's the difference? Do you have a definition for that? Because I mean, I assume you don't just tell people, so sign up to LinkedIn and start chatting.
You know what? I try to keep it simple. Everything that I do, especially when I talk to young people, and I call it the 3 bones in networking. And it's really simple, and that means wishbone. Be able to state what you want with clarity. What is it that you're after from the weekend? What are you building? What opportunities are you looking for? The second bone is jawbone, right? Jawbone means competency and humility, meaning know what you want and then connect with people in a real way. And then last but not least, I think we can all attest to this, is backbone. And that just means persist through your failures, right? I think everyone experiences that thing called failure, and understanding that failure is your teacher along the way is something that is empowering.
Yeah. And I mean, we're obviously at Blockchain World.
Yeah.
And so blockchain is all about, I guess, the idea is quite a common theme, is power to the people.
That's right.
But that's a very broad idea, right? Different blockchains do have different, roadmaps. They have different purposes. And I mean, blockchain is really just a technology, right? So it's just a digital ledger. So what do you see the connection between like blockchain and what's happening now and connecting people?
You know what? At the end of the day, it's about your ability to connect with the person, right? For me in particular, I tell people this often, that's not my expertise. Blockchain isn't my expertise. NFT isn't my expertise. My expertise is people. And knowing that you can be informed and inspired by the next person allows you to open those doors of opportunity. Yeah.
So I think the metaverse is probably your next step.
That could be it.
I mean, face to face from around the world, right?
That's right.
In person, that would probably be what's next for you. Have you been looking into the metaverse?
I'll be honest, I have not as much, but I'm excited about the idea.
I mean, there's a lot to look into.
That's right.
I'd be surprised if you had figured it all out.
Yeah, that's right.
I only recently just completed YouTube, so it's going to take a while for me to figure out the metaverse. Yeah, But I mean, it's really interesting, because I think one of the things about blockchain, and some of the speakers we've had, like Isabella and they've been talking about how blockchain has sort of been a privilege to the early adopters, because it's kind of empowered them, and now we need to pay it forward and really empower others. And so I guess the commonality between the blockchain world and what we're doing and what you're doing is empowering people.
That's right.
And you obviously talk about how to sort of grow the connections between people. But is there someone who you sort of see as having mastered it? Someone who you would, I mean, obviously you're going to say, I think I've done pretty well myself. But do you have someone who kind of inspires you, or it doesn't have to be a person, it could be anything really.
I think, if I'm honest with you, I don't know if it's a person, but it's being able to walk in a space and embrace something new. So individuals who have that mindset, and just in a general space, and we're in a place where those are the type of people that are attracted to this, that say, you know what, the future is here and I want to be a part of it. One of the things that we try to drive home, just in a message, is 3 V's, right? Your voice, your values, and your vision. right? And when you stay true to those things, your voice in a room, the values that you stay true to, and your vision of your future, those are great foundations for how to build those connections.
Okay. I mean, it's sort of kind of working itself out, because one of the major themes that we're talking about is future vision.
That's right.
So what are you looking forward to in the future? And I assume for you, it's connectivity. It's 100%. Which I think the metaverse is definitely something you should look into next. I just 100%. Think it's not necessarily any one specific metaverse. It's just the idea that, Zoom kind of proved, Zoom and Google meetings proved that even through a pandemic, people can stay in touch with each other.
Connected, yes.
There's a difference between a flat screen and an avatar. I mean, an avatar is not a real person, but it's closer, right? So
right.
I'm just, I think that's certainly something you should probably look into.
100%. I think it's funny you mentioned that, because when you talk about stepping into those new spaces where people are now taking that virtual aspect, one of the things that we focus on, or that I've been focusing on, is how do you still make human connection in the virtual reality, right? So there's been so many dynamic and new ways where people just ask the question, how do I bring my authentic self to a virtual space? So it's a great question and a great conversation.
I mean, I'm a gamer myself, which is why with Helicon NFT,
got it.
We're here doing this NFT gaming platform. So I think, if anything, I understand what it's like to know the sort of the value of connections.
Yes, right.
And even from a basic level, we're talking gaming, is when you play solo, life is hell. When you have 4 friends who can play with you,
that's right.
It's a much better experience.
That's right.
I think the blockchain really makes it a lot easier to meet people, simply because it's taking a lot of the kind of technologies that we currently have and really just connecting them to the web, right? So Web 3.0. So it's obviously going to be complicated.
100%.
I think maybe your job might be working towards how to find the right things rather than, because there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot. So people are going to be looking for advice to how do I get connected with people?
Exactly.
How do I know I'm talking to a human and not an AI?
That's right.
That's going to be interesting.
100%.
So I think that's probably a good place to go. But if I can ask, you've obviously said you've got the 3 bones.
Yeah,
you've got the 3 Vs.
That's right.
Are there any other 3s?
You know what? I like 3s if you're paying attention, but I think that those are the 2 3s that I'm sticking with for now.
It took a while to get those memorized.
Right. To break it down and be that simple. So I think that I'll stick with those for the time being.
The thing is, we're themed around 9. So we've got the 9 users, we've got the 9 liquidity pools for our platform. So I really think you need to round it up. You need another 3.
I'll work on it.
I'm not really sure what it's going to be just yet.
Yeah.
But that could be your next project.
I got you. Something to work on.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if there's anything else you really want to, this is your time to talk about something that maybe not part of the agenda.
Yeah.
Is there any topics you would like to bring up? Is there anything you want to talk about that?
Yeah, it's a little bit, I think it's a left turn a little bit, but at the end of the day, we talked about it earlier, but man, the power of an individual to take ownership of their story.
Yeah.
I think regardless of what room you walk into, I think about the idea of, this is for young professionals, but the idea of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome means when I walk into that room, does my voice belong in the room? And for so many young professionals, that stops us from making the jumps that we want to make, because, we have that idea of, I don't know if I'm good enough, I don't know if I should be there. And sometimes we just need that moment of inspiration to let us know, take advantage of that opportunity.
Okay.
Really step in there and understand that your voice matters, your values matter, your vision matters.
Okay.
I'm big on the inspiration piece because I think it's huge.
I have a similar take on life, although mine is slightly different. I go into a room and start talking, and if everyone decides I don't belong there, then I'll just make sure that I keep talking until
I like that. I like that.
They say you can be friends with anyone if you hang around them long enough.
That's exactly right.
And if no one wants you in the room, then it's not a room you want to be in the first place, right?
You are preaching to the choir right now.
So I mean, that's kind of the blockchain, right? So there's so many, and there's a lot of rug pulls. There's a lot of issues that kind of people are faced with, say associated with some blockchain projects with scams and that kind of thing. And that's why what we want is people such as yourself, experts in different fields, to work on blockchain projects to kind of add some validity so that newcomers to the blockchain have some kind of guidance, right?
That's right.
Because without us talking about it, the next best reference is Reddit threads, and you don't want to be diving. You don't want to end up in Wall Street bets for your first bit of info around.
That's right.
Because you're going to be buying GameStop and you're going to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And the thing is, blockchain is not about buying coins and selling coins and making money. It's like you said, it's connectivity.
That's right.
Because that's what the technology is. It's really just a digital ledger.
100%.
That's it. And ledgers are about filling in info, right? So that's pretty much it. So,
that's right.
I mean, it's really interesting. Have you got any other talks at blockchain?
Yes, we are at Helicon Studios.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
I can't wait. I think it's going to be one of those experiences. I got to walk in and see the camera, the amazing atmosphere. So to be a part of that, to step into a space where, like you said earlier, to be connected, but now virtually connected. I'm excited as a speaker, and I'm hoping that there's some value add for everyone who tunes in.
Well, I mean, it's sort of a shame you're here, because now that you're here, you're going to be there in person.
Yes.
We can't add you as a hologram afterwards.
That's
right.
That'd
be cool.
I heard that was an option.
Yeah.
But, I decided, why not come to Abu Dhabi and experience, hang out, meet some great people like yourself and others, and you can't really beat human connection.
That's true. But you did miss opportunity to go full Star Trek.
Okay. That's my fault. Next time we'll
have to have you as a hologram.
100%.
Perfect. Well, it was
100%.
really nice chatting with you.
Thank you so much.
I think we'll have to catch up again after your chat at
Helicon Studio. I love it. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
It's awesome.
Let's do it.
Good meeting you. Thank you
so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.